I wish everything I touch would turn to gold.
Yeah. In case y'all forgot.
Might is good at Jude.
It's MONTIE. Can't lie, this beat is colossal.
Damn.
Sleep on me, know that's my culture. Your ass gon' take what I offer. Or give it up just like an offer.
Give me that.
The nigga that's for here, tough guy. Ran off with this bitch, she said bye-bye. Saw that shit coming like Jedi. She gave me the FaceTime and Wi-Fi. Niggas be
Tell
stuck
us
in
about
their
your
feelings.
upbringing, where you're from, and what in your surroundings shaped you in the creative sense.
I was born, originally born in Columbia, but then like real early I moved down to Florence. So I claim, Florence, born and raised in Florence. I was raised like in North Florence, Woodmount, probably like 5 minutes away from the Boys and Girls Club. So upbringing, we had to fight all the time. But that was the norm. Like you do, boys will be boys. That's what we did. Sports, outside. So creativity wise, I am the only child. So a lot of times I didn't have the sibling to be like, yo, you think this cool, or be like somebody to look up to, or somebody to look after, or anything like that. So I just kind of had to figure it out on my own, and I'm glad because that helped me like trust my own instinct. I don't need to be like, oh bro, what y'all think? Y'all think this? It's like, no, I can just trust my own gut and just go with that, and it really comes out in the most purest way, and people dig them. So I think being the only child really helped my creativity.
I can feel that, and speaking a little bit about your background too. As a listener, I like when people can dive into that too in their music, and I definitely feel like, especially on the College Kid album, you definitely taking dives into some of the personal upbringing, and that's as a listener for me, that's I want the authenticity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can feel that.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate that as a music listener. Like, I love music. I love old music. Music with content, purpose, and a lot of your music, I definitely hear that, especially in College Kid, Keep It Real, part 1, 2, and 3. Like, those were the deep cuts. Like, I was really attracted to those specific songs on the album because you were being so personal, being so open, transparent. That was pretty dope.
I think too, on the College Kid album, I really noticed especially with the production, like the beat selection, kind of like the theme of where you're going with things too. It's kind of not so old school, but it has the old school vibes and the old school the knowledge to it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they'll just they just sit down and they're not really thinking about the samples and things of that nature to make the music what it is today.
Right.
I can appreciate that. And then too, I see you've been working with your music videos, the Meets TV now. Who's really behind all this?
First, shout out to Meets TV. That's my dog. Hey, I'm telling you. Who's really behind it? I take being an artist so personal, full spectrum. You know what I mean? I want to make, when you done working with me, I want you to be like, yo, he's really on it. Probably about, I say really about 80%. About 80% is me, and then 20% is Meech coming with his thing as far as what'll work the best with the camera angle or the type of camera we use. He comes into that aspect with things I don't know. But as far as the whole, the whole ideas, the creativity, that's me.
Yeah, watching your videos, I definitely see a whole bunch of cohesiveness, and I see the theme that you go for.
Yeah.
And it's dope how you pair the visuals with your lyrics, and it all comes together. It's dope.
Right.
I like how the creative ideas, like you were saying, how you was behind that. The way it's directed, a lot of people, it's they get their homeboys together kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? We just all going, kind of mob, do the video.
Right.
But it's I can tell the thought process behind it. It's just taking some time. You're getting some other people included in some of them to do some cut scenes and stuff, skits and stuff like that too. All that just ties in, and it can make it aside from the music and the song being good, people want to go back and watch the video because it's just the video is good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I like that video, the one Jarrell did too.
Right.
The, R.I.P.
Craig Mack. Yeah.
That one was dope.
Yeah. Shout out to Jarrell, man. Jarrell Vision. Jarrell, he's dope. He's dope too, man.
I'm my boy. He gonna take off with it.
Definitely.
But still, speaking of you know, your musical influences and your styles, like who do you who are some of your influences in music? Like who do you listen to the most? Who do you get the most inspiration from?
My first ever favorite rapper was T.I. That was my first like favorite. Like I'm bumping Taliban, Rubber Band, man, like up and down the street, thinking I know what he talking about. Felt like I knew what he was talking about. 50 Cent. I listened to 50 Cent. Definitely was a huge 50 Cent fan. Currently, who I'm listening to a lot now, of course, man, Cole. Cole is like he's like my go. He's a huge go-to. Who's been I've been bumping lately. Also, Dom Kennedy. I've been bumping a lot of Dom lately.
West Coast rap.
Definitely. Outkast. I definitely was an Outkast fan. I take a lot of pull from a lot of places, honestly.
And honestly, you can hear that in the music too. Like so diverse. You can't really find anything to really compare it to exactly because it sounds like so many different things.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
And speaking, going off that, piggybacking on the diversity, I was just telling DJ like that last project you put up, hope you enjoyed too.
Yeah.
It's like some of the beats and the flow on it, it's like you switch up, it's like you get a different sense of like the artist you can be in it.
Right.
And one thing right now that I was just telling DJ on the way down here, like I see people on Twitter the other night was talking about the Baby and Stunner, talking about like they just keep making the same song, you know what I'm saying? We want to hear a different flow, different beat.
Right.
And like some of the best artists out there in the game right now, like Drake, Future, Thug, you know what I'm saying? They can do that. They can do so many different type of styles on the beat to give their fans, you know, cater to different people. Like, so I really appreciate that too in the artist.
So with that being said, how do you distinguish yourself between yourself and other artists?
How do I distinguish myself between me and other artists? Really authenticity, man. Authenticity and the I have the need to continue to challenge myself. I have the need. I hunger for that. Like if I ever feel like I'm getting comfortable, I'm getting pissed off. Like people, as humans, I think a lot of people, we tend to that comfort zone. That's what we want. If it's ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm like bump that. Like let me keep trying. Just because it ain't broke, don't mean it can't work better. That's like my mindset. I'm always trying to just push myself, challenge myself, just keep going after it, keep giving myself and giving listeners different sounds. I want people to be like, that's him too. That's him. Like that's what I want.
And with that, they can't even put you in a box because you don't fit one sound. You just diverse with it.
Right. I might miss one, give them an R&B album. Like they keep on. I might give them an R&B project.
That's a good thing though, cause like how Thug did that one time. You know, you just rapping and hey, I want to sit back. I can do this. You know what I'm saying? People still gonna vibe with it. Like the fact that you had that option and you know, like you got fans that still gonna, you know what I'm saying, appreciate that out of you. That's a what do I want to say for it? It's just a strong asset to set you apart from everybody else. Like it's an advantage, really. I did want to talk a little bit too about some of the shows you've been doing, because I have seen like a lot of artists, you know, they be rapping, putting their music out, but they don't, the network. Doing the shows, you gotta network, know people, and you getting your foot in the door with a lot of those. Talk a little bit about that and how that started for you.
Shows really started when I was really going to like little showcases. Like I was going to showcases, open mics, doing stuff. That's when it really started, like open mics. I was really getting at it. I'm just like, wherever one I could go to, I'm gonna go to. Cause it's like it's so much more than you can't be a keyboard artist, a behind the scenes artist, or I'm just put this out. Like no, that you're not really gonna connect. People connect when they see you, when they hear you, when they fall in love with you. And when they fall in love with you, it just make them hook on your music that much more.
Yeah, facts. Describe one of your most memorable experiences as an artist so far.
As an artist, one of my most memorable experiences. I would say my last one, performing at House of Blues. Like that was like a big, that was like a big kind of step for me.
Yeah, I did see that one too.
Yeah,
we was trying to, man. We had made plans for that weekend in another city, but I was like, word, like it's a lot of stuff going on down there at the beach, man.
Yeah, I was like, that was kind of big for me, and to see how the people react, and to see and people who don't even know me yet, to see them react. By the time I'm halfway through the song, they singing hooks with me, and it was just like, okay, like maybe I may be doing something right. Yeah, and that was big for me.
And, I mean, I ain't never really. I mean, I'm not a performer, so I wouldn't know what it feels like. But like how you said, they singing the hook by the end of the song. Like one, if it's a catchy hook and they can catch on to it, like that's pretty dope. But like, you know what I'm saying? Hit them with the social medias. They follow you. They go get the album. Like, so that's how you get the fans, though.
Right.
This is definitely a better way because I think a lot of people think that like with Instagram and Twitter, I can just get some retweets, shares, everybody. You go perform at a show, you in front of the people, they get a sense of like who you are.
That's promotions from word to mouth. Like,
exactly. You got
to get out there.
People ask you about who you saw, who was there, about the performances. That's going to be a big thing that they talk about. And that, you being there, that's going to probably be something that was memorable for them. Good shit.
So your last project was the Hope You Enjoy Too. That dropped probably about like 2-3 weeks ago. So with that being said, I know a lot of artists sometimes they like to keep it going, maybe like space them out by a month. Sometimes artists take a little hiatus, come back 6 months, maybe a year. You plan to just keep applying that pressure, or how you feeling about it right now?
Definitely, I ain't got no choice, but just keep applying it, keep it coming, and pressure doesn't always have to be just keep dropping songs, like just drop song. Nah, visuals.
Yeah.
My plan is visuals, features, definitely features, and just keep it going. Just stay in people's face, content.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you just now. Like, I see that you don't collab as much as many other artists do, but you do have some collabs. So, who are some artists that you want to collab with or see yourself collabing with soon?
See myself collabing with soon. A quick one that just happened. I did one with Stilo. Shout out to Forever Stilo, Forever Gang. Stilo he's dope. Like slept on, underrated. He's dope. I can see myself. Fat Felix, another artist. He's pretty dope, man. Genuine. You know what I mean? When I first heard him, I thought he was like from Memphis or something. And I was like, nah, bro. He like down the street, like Mother. And I was wow. Okay, word. So there's artists who really just who bring authenticity, who not trying to sound like this or that in the industry already.
Right.
Okay, I can feel that. And the Fat Felix, like, he just dropped too, didn't he?
Yeah, he just dropped.
I need to check his project out.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
I know he got a song with Boss Bop that I listened to. I checked that out. That was pretty dope. So I'm gonna definitely check his project out.
But since we're talking about the local music, what do you think about the hip hop scene and the PD or the South Carolina as a whole? Like, how do you feel about it?
The hip hop scene and the PD. It has potential. It does have potential. Yeah. It has potential. We are burdened and plagued by that crab in the bucket mentality. All right. But there is definitely a few bright spots. You know what I mean? And we got some things cooking up. The FTP brand ourselves. You know what I mean? Okay. I can't reveal the names yet, but believe me, you know what I mean. It's heat behind us. So there's definitely some bright spots. We just gotta if we gotta go out and do our thing, and then they be like, "Where you from?" Be like, "This is where I'm from." You know what I mean? Go out and bring you to where I'm at. So be it. That might be what we got to do, but it's coming, man. It's slowly but surely.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like, the Carolinas as a whole, I think everybody already know by now that the Carolinas is, coming up, definitely established already and building that reputation. But Florence too, like, because covering music through South Carolina, I remember at one point I was telling people I thought the Upstate ran it, like Spartanburg, Anderson, I thought the Upstate was running it. But then Florence has been making a little surge lately. That Columbia got its own, but I think I probably listen to the Florence artists more. I might be a little biased on that, but it's a couple niggas. Young Skrillers, J Steez, all the Gas Squad niggas I've been bumping too. Like, it's a couple around here that I can really vibe with.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think that might be all I had. Did you have anything else?
Last question. What do you hope to accomplish this year?
This year. This year, what do I hope to accomplish? This year, man. To be honest with you, I don't think I can really think about it yet. Because just to see how far I've come in just a year. It's like by next year, it's like, oh, I don't even know really where to put a fingerprint on it. But definitely, of course, I mean, I think anybody's just continue to be known, just branch out, just get my name even twice as big than it is now.
Word. And expanding off that a little bit, I didn't have this question already prepared, but you got the goals for this year. Where do you see yourself like as an ultimate goal, just like where you want to be in your place in the music career, like long term?
And like what type of impact?
One of the best to ever do it.
One of the best
like,
ever?
Yeah, and those in that top 5 dead or alive. When you say that, you know what I mean. I want to be in that combo. We're gonna be in that combo.
It's always a chance. Like I was just reading something today about Jay-Z starting his rap career at like 26. Like so you can never be too late on it. You know what I'm saying? Just move the right way and like everything can pan out right.
Definitely.
Really.
Definitely.
But yeah, I guess that about wraps it up. You know what I'm saying? Another edition of the Exclusive and TwoPump podcast. Appreciate Monty, you know what I'm saying? Showing love, chopping it up with us. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be out.
Yep.